What is up, y'all? This is Tonio, and today I'm coming at you with a bit of a shorter video today. Today I'm going to show you guys my small time workshop that I've been working out of. And here it is. Right now it is a tent because I do not have a garage or the funds to build a workshop at the moment, but in due time I will work my way there. So I guess we'll start off with the outside. This is a 10 by 20 tent that I got for like 70 bucks online, and this is temporary until I can afford to build a structure in the future. I'm hoping that by the end of the summer I should have the funds to build a small structure, and so far it's been holding up pretty well. It has actually already collapsed once because we had one super windy day. It actually held up for like 2 months in the wind until we got a wind gust strong enough to knock it down. I think we had like 50 some mile an hour winds that day, and so we have this post up over here that I dug and stuck in the ground, and it's holding up super well now. The wind has not been able to even budge this thing. It is super sturdy ever since I put that post and attached it. Well, the next thing you probably already seen here is the porta-cooler. I just purchased this thing for like 1,200 bucks from Lowe's, and honestly this is a lifesaver because I've been working outside in this heat for I don't even know how long. It's been years that I've been working outside in this heat. So this porta-cooler is truly a lifesaver. I absolutely love it. One of the best purchases I have made yet. I do have it off right now. I'll turn it on just for a second just to show you guys. It has the water coming down in the back, and then we turn on the fan. And that's how it works. I just have it off because it's super noisy and I'm trying to record the video. Well, this is my workshop. This is what we got. It is nothing special. It's a small town workshop, but I can do pretty much anything I want in here. In terms of things that I can build, I've built a lot of different projects. I guess we'll start off with the router table. This is a router table that I built, I would say maybe like a year and a half ago now, and you'll notice that we have these real dark spots on the top because before I had this tent I just had it outside wrapped up in this real thick plastic, which I have right over there, and it wasn't enough to keep the water out during the rain. So it soaked up some water and it swelled up in all these little spots, and I ended up just taking them back down with the router. I went over it with the router to flatten it back out, and it happened a second time. It swelled back up in another rainstorm, so I eventually just ended up wrapping the hell out of it with plastic and putting it to the side, and I didn't use it too much. Every now and then I pulled it out and used it, and it still works. It is a basically my POS router table, but it does the job. It still works even though it's not perfectly flat anymore. I did put a super thick coat of stain on it to help protect it. I mean, not stain, finish to help protect it, and it has helped. And this is it right now. I actually just brought it into the tent today and kind of just threw it right here for now. Here we have a Delta bandsaw. I got this thing, I think it's been about a year, I think, since last summer. I bought this thing so I can cut out some pedestal and trestle style legs that you may have seen in one of my previous videos. I actually love this Delta bandsaw. Got this on Craigslist used for 500 bucks. It's an older model, but I absolutely love it. Right now I have a Resaw blade on here, and this is one hell of a blade. This is a Timberwolf blade. Love it. And over here, this is my sawdust box where I put all my sawdust. We have a benchtop Craftsman joiner, which they sell at Home Depot, or excuse me, Lowe's. They sell at Lowe's. And we have my radial arm saw, which was also in one of my previous videos. Ever since that video, I did put a brand new fence on it because the fence that was on there just wasn't working, so I had to replace it, and this is the fence I have now. The radial arm saw does not cut perfect, but it's good enough to do what I want to do. This is just my table of junk. I literally threw this table together in like 20 minutes just so I can have a place to throw all of my junk, because I had all the tables and everything full of junk and nowhere to put it. So I just threw this table together, threw all the junk on it. Problem solved. Here is a little router bit cabinet that I actually made in one of my previous videos. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, go ahead and check it out. This is where I store all my router bits. I actually already kind of broke the shelving, but it still works. It comes out like that and you get your router bits. If you want to see how it properly works, go ahead and check out that video. Here we have the Delta planer. This thing does have a badass helical head. It's a helical head that I got for this DeWalt planer, and I absolutely love it. I will never go back to straight knives. Here's just a little bit of a space that I'm using for some staining. These pieces are for some chairs that I am staining, restaining and finishing. Here's what it looks like, and that is for a these chairs are going to an epoxy table that I actually recently just put together. That is an upcoming video that I will be posting in the future, so go ahead and stay on the lookout for that. Here we have my little benchtop belt sander and spindle. These are the spindle heads right here. We have different size spindles for it. This is nothing special. I just got this from Harbor Freight. I forget the exact price. It was like 2 or 3 something, like about 300 bucks more or less. I don't remember the exact price though. This is the dust collector for it, which is just an Armor All shop vac, nothing special as well, but it actually works pretty well. I've been using this quite a bit, and yeah, I actually I like it. And then here I have a rigid miter saw, which I got for free from my auntie's neighbor. I had gotten into a conversation with him and told him that the miter saw was one of the many tools that I needed but didn't have, and he just, out of the kindness of his heart, he literally just gave it to me and told me, here, you can take this so long as one day you pay it forward. And I agreed, and shortly after that I made him a wooden spice rack that I gave to him for free. So that was kind of my way of paying him back for this free rigid miter saw, and I have been using it ever since. Right now I have a super fine tooth blade on it. I've been using it quite a bit. This is the Diablo. I forget how many tooth it is. It's like 80 some teeth, I think, something like that. But super fine cuts. I love it. It's already starting to dull out on me, but it is what it is. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. We also have the Shaper Origin, my most expensive tool. How could I have forgotten this? This thing costs like $30 some $100. It was like $3 grand. Forgot the exact price, but this is my latest and greatest tool, the Shaper Origin. It's basically a handheld router. That's what it looks like for anybody that's wondering, and is my current favorite tool in the entire woodshop. I love this thing to death, the Shaper Origin. It pretty much just works like a handheld CNC machine. You could cut out designs, shapes, you could cut out joints, joinery, you name it, whatever you want, this thing can do it. So that's the final tool that I have. That is my workshop. Before I had this, I just stored everything in the shed. All of the small stuff I'd have to carry it back and forth to the shed every single day, and everything else, the big stuff like the bandsaw and the router table, I'd have to cover up with plastic every single day that I used it. So I have some smaller tools in here, hand tools. This is a surfacing jig for the router that I made a while back. I believe I made a video on this one as well. We have a Ryobi circular saw. I got a belt sander back there. We got a polisher, a jigsaw, a sawzall. Nothing special. These are just small hand tools or rigid sawzall. We got a brad nailer. This is both a brad nailer and a brad stapler. I never used a stapler before. I never really found a use for it, but I do have one. This brad nailer, I do use it a lot for smaller projects like boxes and all that. And I have another, I think this is a porter cable circular saw. I actually really like this saw. This is a super high quality saw. I use this a lot actually. I have a fine tooth blade on, or no, excuse me, is it? Yeah, it's an ultra finished blade I have on this one. I use this for cross cutting pieces that are too large to use on the radial arm saw or the miter saw. So I'll pull that sucker out and then I'll run it across this to you know, keep straight cuts. And I think that's it. For wood storage, I currently don't have a place to store all my wood. I do have some wood though. This is a bunch of wood that I got from crates. So there were some crates that were being thrown away by a building company. They kind of just threw them on the side of the road. I went and picked them up. You know, I'm reusing good wood. It's very good wood. It practically still looks brand new. Just has some nail holes in it. That's pretty much it. I could not pass this up. It's free wood. Took it all. This is just some of it. I still have some crates that I need to disassemble and pile on top and take out all the nails. So eventually when I get a shop in the future, I'll find some storage space for the wood as well. I'm still using the plastic to cover up a couple of things. I have some more wood over here from one of my first wood videos actually was me disassembling some pallets, and this is just some of that pallet wood. So yeah, I've just been covering it up with the plastic for now until I can find a space for it. Over here is just a bunch of 4x4s. Yeah, so there's a sneak peek of the 4x4s. I'm gonna use these to make a bunch of legs. That's what I had planned anyway to do with all the 4x4s. And let's see, I don't have the key for the gate, but I'm just gonna take a peek over. You can see over there I have some crates. Those are the crates that I still need to take apart. That's what the wood over here on the picnic table was. They were crates. I think that's pretty much it. So that's my wood shop for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this walk around and, you know, a bit of a show and tell for the wood shop. If you guys enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, and have an awesome day.